though, for the church to become a transformative body. President Obama's priest, Jeremiah Reid. Father Reid, or Reverend Reid, has eyes of seeing his God in his own image.
Okay.
And he has progressive work that he's doing in the community. He has daycare centers. He has HIV programs. He has programs for young girls who get pregnant. He has programs for people who need to learn skills to get employment. So there are examples of people in the Christian church who, in our African community, who have utilized the church from an African perspective.
Yes.
So it's possible, I think, for the church here to transform itself.
Yeah.
If they began an internal investigation of their beliefs and what they've been blindly following over the last 400 or 500 years.
Exactly. And one of the most important things is that I think that the church has to do is get away from that hypocrisy of upholding those who are wrong in their doing.
You think that's what's happening?
Exactly. There are many young men that I speak to that you would say are going astray right now. And when they tell you about the church and the 60, 70-year-old boys that are still in the church, in essence, sweetheart, carrying on certain practices, which is not an example for the generation we have now to follow. So when we look at these boys going astray, or you listen to the young girls of what they're saying, that as it is, Grandpa was saying to them, how can you expect to bring about a change in the community when you have 60-year-old men who are still in the cradle with little girls and boys?
Yeah, now you're talking about a very serious issue, but this issue goes beyond the Bahamas.
Oh yeah, it goes beyond the Bahamas.
You know, you've heard these reports with the Catholic Church. It's a big scandal that's been going on for over 2 decades. And the Catholic Church is just beginning to come to terms with it. So it seems like it's not just a Bahamian problem, but it's something that's international.
Yeah, it is.
It's not just us alone have the problem.
Yeah, but it's
I know we bad, you know, but we got a lot of badness we share around the world.
Yeah.
You know,
but what I'm trying
alone.
to say right now in the church, and many people will tell you, young people, the lifestyle of the church is something that, as they say, young men won't go to church, but nobody wants to find out why they are not in church, because we have been dictating to them instead of listening to what they have to say.
So you think we should listen to young people a lot more than we actually do?
We must.
You think they have something to say?
They have a lot
to say.
It's their world.
That's right.
It's their world.
That's right.
We are, as it is, passing on. The bloom of youth is fading.
Yeah.
So what we must do is give them something that they can hold on to respectfully of who they are and what it would take to bring about the change that we're looking for.
Now, but Ali, but I just want to stop you. You keep saying who we are. Now, I know you know and I know who we are, but a lot of people out there in the audience today don't have a clue who they are. They got an idea of Bahamian that doesn't include people with Haitian heritage, even though they got names like Pierre, Bonamy, names that obviously come from Depuch, names that obviously come from Haiti. Because Depuch come from Haiti. I don't care what he say or his family say. They are Haitian family. You know, and I have cousins in Haiti. Now, how are we going to, you say who we are. Could you give the audience your vision of who you are as a man, where you come from as a black man, and what was your history before colonialism?
Well, let's put it this way. I went along with that which I was taught, being brought up in Moravian, Presbyterian. I was part of Methodist, African Methodist, Baptist. I was in search. And because I was in search of me, I wanted to find out.
But Ali, it looks like we're running out of time. But let me let you just finish your thought.
Yeah, and in doing my research, I really found out who I was. So what I'm trying to say, as a people, maybe we just need to come together through the Congress and let us search a little deeper into what you were told. And from that, I think it's a good beginning.
Brother Ali, I want to thank you. We have come to the end of our first show. If you enjoyed it, please join us again next week. We'll be back again on Tuesday for a little longer program next week. This is our introductory program. We want to thank all of our sponsors, particularly Hannah and Johnson and Ali Glass. We want to thank all of you for taking the time to listen to us, for taking the time to think with us. And we want you to come back with us because you know something? We're beginning the journey of 1,000 miles today, Brother Ali.
Yes, sir.
And this is the first small step. And I think in shows to come, we're going to develop these themes and you're going to come back on again next week with us, and hopefully we can develop a lot of these issues in more depth and look at some more troubling things that are bothering you about your community.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We must.
So thank you again. And remember, all power to the people. This is our country. This is our time, and we must seize it. Thank you.